Hello, guys. Uh, good day to each and every one of you. Today, we'll have another topic to discuss, and another topic and this is our last topic actually for our course or our subject or lesson in philosophy of the human person. So, this is it. This will be our last topic, and hopefully, we have still all the uh, the knowledge that we have gained from the previous topics, and hopefully, by the end of our this semester, we'll be able to uh, summarize to articulate all the lessons that we have learned from all the discussions that we have learned from our subject philosophy of the human person. Okay, so our topic is the human person as oriented towards their impending death. We are now in the topic death. Okay, um, are you ready? If death comes, what is death for you? What is an experience of death? And uh, are you afraid of death? What is the reality of death? Okay, from this topic, hope this is our objective for this lesson. Be able to understand, articulate an understanding about death, the reality of death. Okay, how does the reality of death define our lives? Uh, Take note that our subject again is philosophy of the human person. As part of the human person's reality, we need to understand the reality of death. What is death, class? Death is commonly understood as the end of bodily functions, which signals the end of person's life. So if you don't have already the functions of your body, if your body is not reacting anymore, or there is no not there is no responses, maybe that's the time we declare that's the time we practically say the person uh is has died, or the person is dead. It is also refers to the separation of the body and the spirit. Another reality based from what we have learned from Aristotle, from Plato, the reality of the body and soul. If the person though is dead, therefore there was there happened a separation of the body and the soul, the body and the spirit. Maybe the spirit. It says that the spirit is out from the body, or the spirit has out from the body, and that's the time that because the body cannot function or cannot uh, live without the soul or the spirit. So because man is a spiritual being, as what we have discussed and learned from the previous topics in philosophy. The body, being material, is bound by laws of time and space and is subject to growth, decay, and death. So, death and decay. So that's the reality of our body, no? So how limited are we? We Other words is that our body is limited. No? In other words, we are limited. We are bound to changes. Our body is subject to time, is subject to space. We cannot di ta pwede mulusot og mga bongbong because our body cannot do that. So we are bound to space. We occupy space. And another is that personally in our body, we could observe na we are subject to growth, no? Tubo ta, we are growing, and later on we will have also the end of our lives, the time of death, and after death our body is also subject to decay, the process of decomposition. Okay, so that's the nature of our body. How does the reality of death define our lives again? Okay, how would this reality of death, because death is unavoidable, no? It is inevitable. So how does this would uh, define our lives? How will we be able to view death in its reality? Minsan na ano ba na minsan may mga panahon talaga na mare-remind tayo of the reality of our own death, 'di ba? So far ay presko pa sa ating mga isipan, and I believe even nowadays we are still experiencing uh, the aftershocks of the uh, earthquake that had happened uh, last Friday, Saturday. So we were reminded of the reality of death, 'di ba? So by these experiences, we are no reminded by the reality of death, and because death has also an attitude that it is only by surprise. Death may come by surprise. So how would this affect us and our understanding of death as it has a reality in our life as human persons? We are born into human life. We grow and age and we eventually die. These paradox define the uniqueness of human existence. This is for actually class, this is what makes human beings unique. There we have the paradox of our life. There is a time for us to live our life, to have life, but later on there is also a time for us to live our life. I mean, leave when we left, no? When we go and leave everything that is that we have while we are still living. We leave everything that we have while still living. There is a time for us to leave what we have built, what we have owned, because we are to die. The reality is part of the reality of the human person. We are to die. So how will we be able to understand this one? We must embrace actually. So this is what the philosophy is teaching us. In accepting the reality of death, this must be our attitude. We must embrace the fact that death is an integral part of our life. We cannot deny this. This is a fact of life that we are to die. And acceptance of our temporality can give us a clearer purpose and focus on our activities. Hopefully, that's why lesson this lesson is reminding us that in accepting the fact of life that we are to die, soon we will to die, we must embrace this fact that uh death is just somewhere there, somewhere that could happen anytime uh there is that the time is if the time is right, no, if the time is right, or maybe we have also the capacity to face death, to kill ourselves and face death, but we cannot do that because that is part of our um moral uh responsibility. That's immoral. So acceptance of this temporality, oh, para maintindihan natin na ma-accept talaga natin na death is part of our lives, we must accept its temporality, our reality that we are temporary. We cannot last long. We are temporary. And hopefully, this acceptance of temporality, that we are temporary, give us a clearer purpose and focus, no? Can give us a focus on what is important and essential. What are the things that for us would give meaning and purpose to our life? We must focus on what is important in our lives, what we desire to do, uh, the activities that we need to do. Okay? So hopefully, this acceptance of temporality will give us a purpose, clearer purpose, and focus on what is this life of us all about. Before that, we will be able to do everything that we can do. Okay? How should I live my life before it finally ends? This is the question. This is the most uh, most reflected question, especially if we are on a reflection time, recollection. We are asked again about our inspiration, asking for asking. We are asking ourselves what we desire most, uh, what we desire most before we experience death in our lives. So, how should we live our life before it finally ends? Having been accepting the reality that we are just temporary, death is to come soon, no? In our lives when hopefully paabutin din tayo ng old age, no? Death may come in our old age, but we don't have the hold on it, di ba? We don't have the hold. So this is the reality of death. So hopefully I mean, this subject is teaching us self-determination. Okay. What is self-determination? Is the capacity to choose and act for oneself. A person can still exercise freedom in choosing how to face the reality of death in their lives. Kahit na merong realidad ng kamatayan, it is a fact, must, we must accept its reality, but still, what does give us an inspiration, that gives us an inspiration, the inspiration to exercise responsibly our freedom. We have still the power uh, to do and to face the reality of death. Okay, we have still the capacity to be inspired of the reality of death based from our freedom. Okay, we are free, no, in choosing how to face the reality of our death in our lives. We have That's our power. Intindihan niyo ba? So, ang death, andyan na yan. But yung pag pagsasabuhay natin sa ating mga buhay ay base sa ating freedom. Paano natin gagawin yun? Even there is a fact that soon or time will dictate death on our behalf. We can choose to spend our lives doing good and reasonable things. This is it. That's why, uh, again, no, we can choose to spend our lives doing good and reasonable things. The person is the author and the protagonist who determines the development and conclusion of her story. This is our the power of freedom in ourselves. Before death, we have all the capacity to do whatever we want, to do exactly how we wanted it. because that's our freedom. We could have choose we have all the choices and options how to spend our lives, no? Kaya nga kung buhay ka pa, buhay pa tayo, susulitin na natin yung panahon na meron tayo. Dahil ang buhay ay sabi ni Kuya Kim, weather-weather lang. Pero exactly, ang buhay ay temporary lang, 'no, limited. So, we must, do, exactly all the reasonable things that we could have, 'no, in order to live before death comes. So, ito tayo ang magsasagawa nito personally, we are the protagonist, uh, who determines the development of our own lives and how to conclude our life as same as a story, no? Tayo yung sumusulat ng ating istorya ng ating buhay, hindi ang iba, tayo. Because, freedom is personal, although it is also being measured and dictated also by our consciences and our, freedom is, uh, uh, we call this one trained or freedom is, uh, hinulma ba, hinuhulma ng also ng, moral obligations, basta we have all the freedom to how to make our lives beautiful and, livable, no? Basta we all do the best that we can, ah, habang may buhay pa, no? Kasi death is, ah, it is undeniably, uh, there is a fact of death. Okay. How should I live my life before it finally ends? Okay. What is the end of this life? Ah, what is the end of this life? Na tinatawag natin yung philosophical term, pag sinasabi nating end of this life, meron tayong tinatawag na terminus, terminus, which means the full stop or end of a line. So, ngayon, sa Latin word, terminus, for them, life ends and nothing follows. So, merong mga, nagsasabi na yung buhay natin, ang end daw is just like terminus. It means a full stop, terminal, no? Full stop, end of a line. Parang wala nang next. So, end of a line. Life ends and nothing follows. Second, sa Latin din or Latin ba ito or sa Greek term itong telos, which means, uh, the end of this life is a goal, a purpose, or fulfillment. That is not a goal of life. Okay? Telos. So, yung end daw ng buhay ay 'pag makuha na natin yung goal, yung purpose, yung makakuha na tayo ng fulfillment. Okay? Instead of looking at it as at on time-bound understanding, we look at life that, we look at life, even if there's the reality of death, as a purpose. Something that could be accomplished. Purpose, a fulfillment. Okay. So, therefore, by this means, we are not looking at death as the end, but death is part of the process, and death is uh, what makes identify the purpose of our life. Man is put on this earth to live a meaningful life, to be virtuous and achieve excellence. Okay. Ang tao ay nandirito sa mundo to live a meaningful life, to be virtuous and achieve excellence. We can look at two experiences. which can which make reflect on the meaning of life, happiness, and suffering. So this is the reality, students, that sa buhay natin, uh, although the death is there, but again, if we look at in the idea of the definition of a life as telos, a goal, a purpose, and a fulfillment, so this will lead us to understanding of life as how to establish it meaningfully. And that's why the ways how to establish it meaningfully is to celebrate life, to be virtuous, no, by doing also in a moral terms, uh in a moral perception perspectives, you can just you can make your life meaningful if you do virtues. So by doing virtues, pagiging mabuting tao, yan nakakapag improve yan, nakakapaggawa yan sa ating buhay na magiging meaningful ang ating buhay. And also by that we are able to celebrate our life because only by doing excellence we are able to see life as a joyful journey, no, a happy journey. So this is the reality of life. It's either of the two, how you look at life, no. It could be in a happy perspective, making your life happy, or looking at life as suffering. You focusing on suffering, and you are looking on how will it end. So this is what makes this subject talks about death. How are we going to to discuss death, and how are we going to see the reality of death, what brings it us to that reality, and what will it give us an inspiration while we are still living and accepting that death. So the question is here, no, ito yung tanong para sa inyo, class. What makes you happy? What makes you happy? So make a connection on our discussion on becoming establishing a meaningful life while we are still living, because death is again balik-balik, no. Death is just right there on the other side, waiting for the right time. Okay, while while understanding life as telos, meaningful journey, uh, uh, and so a realization of they call this one telos, no. Mm, making our life meaningful, purpose, finding our purpose. So let us look what makes us happy. Okay. Ancient Greek philosophy considers happiness as an achievement and must be gained by living a productive and moral life. So this is our Greek philosophy uh, discusses the happiness. So what is unhappiness? It is an achievement, and it is encouraged to be gained in order for us to live our life productively and to have a moral life. So ito talaga ang magpapasaya sa atin kung ang buhay natin ay ah, na in line with moralidad, na namumuhay tayong may moralidad, ang ating freedom ay ginawa natin not to the extent of having destroying others, to destroy others, but we are here uh, inspiring others, no? Making good actions with others. So this in return, this makes us happy. This is what really makes us happy. Happiness is a whole life satisfaction. So Deeper than this, I will say to you, yung meaning ng joy, joy, something, a satisfaction, happiness within. It is not being defined just on appearance that you are smiling, but deep inside you are happy with what you are doing. So happiness is the whole life satisfaction based on our evaluation of our overall life experiences. So ito yung question natin minsan sa buhay natin. Happy ba tayo? Happy ba tayo sa ginagawa natin? Happy ba tayo sa mga activities natin sa buhay? Kasi minsan 'pag hindi na tayo happy sa ating buhay, ah, um, nawawalan na ng meaning. Para bang mechanical na lang, para bang, what we usually experience, 'di ba? If we lost the joy and happiness of our life, it is, dry. Life is dry. Life is, unpleasant. No, life is, suffering. We want to end life. So happiness is a state of being and not merely an emotional experience, but or a chosen mental attitude, but it is really the reality of life. We are seeking for happiness. Why? Because again, this what makes us alive when we are happy. This is what makes us alive. We be able to death is absent. Sometimes we ano we never, although the reality of death is there, but uh if we are searching and looking for what makes us happy, uh it uh reclaims our status at the present that we are living. We are not yet uh dead. We are not yet uh a dead body. So again, yung ang gusto ko lang sabihin is that uh yung yung mentality na buhay pa tayo, what makes us alive is because of the happiness that we see in each moment of our life. Kasi minsan 'pag hindi na again, sasabihin ko sa inyo 'pag hindi na tayo masaya sa ating ginagawa, diyan na na-e-experience na natin seemingly yung death. Kasi we only live if we are happy. Again, we only live if we are happy, okay? Why? Why does it say that one? Because, uh, happiness is what makes us live. Happiness is what makes us live. It is the attitude of, being alive. We see purpose and meaning into it, not the opposite. If we waste our life to just to nothing, we waste our life, to things that are not, uh, giving us benefit, good benefit. 'Di ba, ano yung sinasabi natin ng madali, 'di ba? We just wasting our life. We're just wasting our time. So, again, while we are still alive, we seek happiness. We must not waste our life to sadness, to things that doesn't give us meaning. The goods and sources of happiness. What are the sources of happiness that we may have we are as we still live our lives, no? What ano yung mga uh, goods and sources of our happiness? There we have here another, one type of good is noble good. This is one which is pursued for its own sake. It is good in itself. Uh, Maraming bagay sa buhay natin na makikita natin na as noble good, 'di ba? Kasi nakikita natin sa mga bagay na ito ay, ah, mabuti. We desire for it because this is good. Mabuti ito para sa atin. Mabuti ito sa buhay. Okay. Another, uh, kind of good is useful good. What is this? Useful good is considered good so long as it serves as a means to an end. Okay, example, money, ah, ano pa, yung fame, food, something to eat, okay, uh, something to use, shirt. These are examples of goods, useful goods that gives, it serves our intention. It serves our, it has a purpose. It has a use in our in ourselves, no, in ourselves. It gives us happiness. Why? Because it serves us. It is useful for us. Okay. Another, pleasurable good. So what is this kind of goodness? This is a type of good so long as it provides some form of pleasure. So kung ang isang bagay ay nakapagbibigay sa iyo ng pleasure, iba yun yung pleasure sa kasiyahan, ha. It Ang pleasure is something about senses. It gives you, uh, it satisfy your senses, though it does not have to be physical, but it satisfies you. It gives you a form of, it gives you pleasure, then that is what we call pleasurable good. Example nito binigay, oh, Netflix subscription, Mobile Legends. Ano pa yung mga ginagawa ninyo na nakikita ninyo na masaya kayo? It gives you pleasure. Nasasarapan kayo. Pleasurable 'yan. It gives you, uh, passion, pleasure for your senses. Your senses. When we say pleasure, it is directed to your senses. Goods that, uh, uh, give happiness to your senses. So all of these things, class, are good, no? These are the types of good. We have here real happiness can be found in more permanent and meaningful ways. Pero yung sinabi dito, real happiness daw, can be found in more permanent and meaningful things. Okay. So anong ibig sabihin nito, class? Yung tunay daw na kaligayahan, yung real happiness, can be found in more permanent and meaningful things. So ito, this is what, defines real happiness good. Real happiness is like this. It can be found in, more permanent, meaningful things. Minsan sa buhay natin, uh, we all have all these goods on our life, no, noble good, useful good, pleasurable good. Pero when we say what gives us meaning, what gives us purpose in life, we will seek really for real happiness. And what is that real happiness? What's the criteria? What is how real happiness can be found? So there's no other way, class, but uh to a more permanent and meaningful things. Okay? Intindihan niyo ba yung happiness? Kasi itong happiness is the only thing that could give us meaning. Kaya nga, ah, we will set our minds in looking for what are the things that is very meaningful to us. Okay? More permanent because this is what makes us happy. Okay? Whether usually siguro sa akin nakikita dito yung noble good, no? Importante dito dahil, ah, yung noble good is something that is, ah something that is in its own self, it is good. Why? Because yung nature ng mga bagay na ito, yung tinatawag natin na kind of good, ng noble good, good kasi siya, yung love, good man yan. Okay, love, good, friendship, what else, peace, yung gano'n. Wala ka ng question dun na hindi yun mabuti, good talaga yun sila, okay? Maybe the process is different, but the meaning and the definition of that reality is very good in itself. That's why it is called noble good, noble good. So in ourselves, looking at ourselves, what good are we asking about ourselves? We we are the ones who will be able to judge ourselves. Was this what we are doing is truly our real happiness? Or yan yung encouragement natin sa ating buhay. Ginagawa ba natin ngayon ang mga bagay na masaya tayo? Does it really give us real happiness? O baka sunod-sunuran lang tayo sa mga bagay, nakikita natin yung goodness dito pero hindi siya real happiness, doesn't give us real happiness. Okay? Sige, hopefully you'll be able to understand this one. The question that is imposed again to us, another question very important, why do we suffer? Ito yung tanong na naman na parang malalim din. Why do we suffer? Suffering takes place when we patiently endure unpleasantness, discomfort, and pain. Okay. So sa buhay natin, class, although merong happiness, pero hindi natin maipagkali na meron ding suffering sa buhay. Meron din tayong mga unpleasant experiences sa buhay. And why is it being discussed here? Because this is part of our reality. This is always a reminder for all of us na one attitude of death is the experience of suffering. Okay? One uh, identity that uh, that triggers our idea of death is when we are experiencing suffering. And suffering is not yet dying, no? Suffering is not yet dying. Suffering is uh, the challenge of being alive. Uh, that what this is the another reality that leads us to define what really makes us happy. No, if we look at our lives, no, tingnan natin yung sa ating mga sarili, di ba? Mayroon tayong iba't ibang suffering. Kung mafo-focus ka lamang sa iyong suffering, what would happen to you, 'di ba? Along the way, later on mawawalan ka ng gana. Why? Naka-focus ka lang sa iyong suffering. What's the purpose of life, or what is the resolution must be for all of us when we are experiencing suffering? We must uh, fight for it. We must fight for our life. We must build our life, how to make our life meaningful instead of drawing ourselves to suffering. But again, I didn't say that we could erase suffering. Suffering will always have a part of our life because this is a reminder for us that this is the shadow of death, suffering. So there are also uh, definitions, or I mean, there are also types of suffering. Number one, physical suffering. What is physical suffering? It is a suffering in a physical manner, discomfort, hunger, distress, and pain. This is something physical. We'll be able to to observe this in a physical manner. While mental suffering is what this is not physically observable, but this is uh, internally happening deep inside of us. Depression, anxiety, fear, loneliness, and grief. These are mental suffering. Okay, again, no. These are part of our life. Sufferings. Sufferings are necessary. It is being said here na. Without it, we are unable to grow and improve. So that's why sufferings are important. Remember that difficulties are not without uh, ito, reaction. No? We need uh, to have difficulties because these difficulties will teach us, will lead us more, will inspire us more to do what is exactly the right thing to do. Okay? Important jud kaayo ang difficulties class. Sometimes in our life there are a lot of sufferings na jud. Sometimes no our experiences nowadays we were just uh, coming from we just came from uh kung ano, an experience of earthquake. We have uh, seen in the news the devastating effects of uh, earthquake, natural calamities. This is all suffering. That's why, what was our common, common feeling, when we have the aftershocks, after the experience of earthquake, after knowing all the effects, negative effects of it, the destruction it gives to our infrastructure, to our surroundings. How does it feel, di ba? This is now a feeling of suffering. This is now the feeling of suffering. And we are able to, by this, by looking at the positive side, what does it give us? It it gives us improvement that whatever we do in ourselves, we must consider the we must consider uh, how to make our lives better and positive, how to make our lives to accept the reality of suffering, accept the reality of earthquake. Okay, so sufferings are important. Okay, so I hope this is clear to all of us. How do happiness, suffering, and death give meaning to your life? How does this gives us meaning to our life? The pursuit of happiness requires that we go through the effort to achieve it. That's why there is no shortcut to success. We always experience suffering, sacrifices. Efforts are often marked by difficulties and discouragement. That's why class, kung sabihin ninyo na gusto niyo maging magaling, gusto niyo maging sikat, gusto niyo maging sino kayo, importante sa lipunan, you must take consider also that there is no shortcut to that. We must always experience difficulties and discouragement. Why? Because this would give us all the kung ano, the inspiration, an exact effort to do in order to succeed. The reality of death means that our existence is unique and that we will not always get another chance to do the things we want in this life. Therefore, we should not easily give up on the pursuit of good things. Naintindihan niyo ba? Very, no? Very beautiful yung sinabi ng ating ngayon, no? Yung ating discussion. The reality of death daw means that our existence is unique and that we will not always get the chance to do the things that we want in life when we are uh when we experience death. Therefore, what shall this gives us as a motivation? We should not give up easily on the pursuit of good things. Gagawin talaga natin yung mga bagay na magpapasaya sa atin samtang wa pa'y kamatayon, no? Habang may buhay pa. Okay? Loving, caring, doing noble happiness. So that's we set our happiness on what is permanent. Okay? So we will do an effort to make us happy. Okay? So because that makes us happy. That gives us meaning to our life. Reflecting on the reality of death enables us to think of how we can best live a meaningful life. We can strive to live behind a legacy. So, anong mga ginagawa yung iba, di ba? San? What makes them happy? Yan nga yun, yung mga nangyayari sa atin, especially to our elders in the society, no? Ano yung minsan ginagawa nila mostly? Gumagawa sila ng mga projects, legacy. Bra- Why? Because this is a reflection of happiness that you have fulfilled something in your life where you are still living. You leave you behind a legacy, a form of inheritance, a reputation, a significant achievement. Mm, Itong mga bagay na ito, uh, i, di, it takes time, it takes an effort to build it. Diba? So, hindi ito basta-basta na, na nabibuild. We really work for it. We take an effort to do it because naniniwala tayo na habang kung time na mayroon na andiyan na yung kamatayan, death is there, then we are proud that we are able to do exactly and we the things that I want to do, the things that that makes you happy, that you will be remembered forever. You will be remembered by your the people that knows you how good are you while you are still living. Okay? Because of our freedom, because of our freedom, how we choose to live our lives is entirely up to us. That's why it's up to us. It's up to you. How will you do it in your own way? And the criteria is just find what makes you happy. Look for the things that will make you happy because it will give you the fulfillment that you need in your life. Life is a gift given to each person, and it is in turn to turn this life into a gift for others as well. Life is a gift given to each person. Okay? So, kailangan you must also turn this life into a gift for others as well. Why? Again, because we are looking for what makes us happy. And this what happiness lies on. If we are sharing, doing service to others. Okay? Very beautiful. This is very encouraging for all of us. Life must be celebrated, and life is only to be celebrated if we are giving something good to others. Okay? Hopefully, that uh, understanding of death will give us the to uh, encouragement and motivation to live with a purpose, no? Meron book, yung sino yung nagsulat yun yung book, ah, Purpose Driven Life, okay? Isang book, uh, very good book and it is always a motivational book that encourages us how to build our life, no? How to have a positive outlook on life and how to build happiness, real happiness in our life. So ito na yun class. Ito na yung ating goal and The purpose of this subject or this lesson is for all of us to appreciate that life is precious, life is important. That's why we need to discover more, no, ourselves, what are our talents, what are our abilities, what makes us happy. Because in the end, you will do that. Exactly, you will do that. No, don't say that you have the talents, then you will not use it. No, time will come because you have that talent, because you have that abilities. You will always look for it as a gift, and you are to make it as a service for others. No, because that will make you happy. Time will come. It may not be as you will not see it right now as very important to you, but time will come. Everything that every talent that you have, you are going to do it for the sake of happiness. Because the end of the day, you will be looking for what makes you happy. Because time will come, death is there. So we are in order to be ready for death, because there is no second chance, there's no other life. We must exhaust everything, every happiness that we could have while still living. Make our lives purposeful and meaningful. Okay? So this is the encouragement of death. I hope we are encouraged. I hope we are motivated that to see, to view life as mystery, to view life uh as ha- uh, as a happy experience, building relationships, seeking and searching for real happiness and real goodness that will make us good persons before death. So I hope this subject, this lesson will on death will keep us more motivated to fight for our life and to build always good relationship with others. This is our course outline of this subject. I hope this is clear. Last time we talked about doing philosophy, the very well, no, this is okay. I would like also to acknowledge the slide, this presentation. I have just borrowed it from a very good professor, our si Sir Noda, and he doesn't know me, but I I ask his because this is free in the YouTube, and I just uh, make use of his work also as a sort of discussion to our topic. Thank you, Sir Noda, and this is our course outline. No, thank you. We were done with doing philosophy, understanding how does philosophy works, and how we should be able to appreciate it in our daily life. And we also understood the methods of philosophizing, the human person as an embodied spirit. Okay, what is the nature of ourselves as a human person, having that principle of spirit. What's the reality of spirit within us? Why we are called embodied spirit? Then we have also discussed previously on the first quarter the human person in the environment. What is our role of the human person in our environment? We have learned every philosophical ideas on that. I believe you have learned that one. Then we have also understood the freedom of the human person. What is how to define and to how to define and to explain our our reality as a free being, persons who has freedom. What is the reality of that? What's the truth about that reality? Becoming a free person. What is there such an absolute truth, absolute freedom, or freedom with responsibility? Huh? I know you get that one. Then we have also discussed intersubjectivity, no, the idea of making good relationship, how what is the right attitude in building relationship with others, uh, empathy, no, don't forget empathy. We have also discussed the seventh, the human person in the society on the previous discussions that we have before this death experience, this death, uh, death lesson that we have in the reality of man, the human person in society. How does this, how should we behave as persons in the society? How are we going to interact in the society? What makes us more human if we are in the society? No man is an island, so uh, we must uh, uh, we must live our life as a social being. We must have an interaction. We must interact in the society. The eighth topic that we have is the human persons as oriented towards their impending death. The human persons as oriented towards their impending death. Okay? This is the last topic that we have discussed this afternoon. I hope all of these lessons, these subjects pertaining to understanding the reality of the human person, the philosophy of the human person, I hope this will give us the right knowledge and the right motivation that we'll be able to understand the mystery of our life, the principles of our life. Okay, because life without reflect this, what does Aristotle, Socrates, the great Socrates, have said, have realized in his life. Life, or the unexamined life, again, no? I reiterate, the unexamined life is not worth living. No? The unreflected life, again, the other words is the unreflected life is not worth living. So we must really reflect on our life because this will give us the meaning that we need. No? When you are losing meaning of your life, don't forget, reflect on your life. Try to view these lessons. It may help you and understand the mystery of your life. Thank you for listening and for being with me as your teacher in studying philosophy. And I hope you by in you as I hope in you as students that you'll be able to grow as a human person, a good human person in our society, in yourselves and in your family. God bless us all. Keep safe, and God will be with us always as our supreme being who gives us the meaning of our life. At the end of the day, although these are all intellectual pursuits, but at the end of the day, don't forget also that there is God who gives us this knowledge and understanding that we share today. Uh, no credits, all glory to God for giving us all this knowledge and life, the mystery of our life. And we are just here to build good, to build and to give back, to give praise back to God uh, through our lives. So thank you for sharing your time with me, and God bless us all. Thank you.